Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talked about the team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. All right. So today we're talking about Jalen Nailor. All right. Now, Jalen Nailor doesn't seem to be a big name out there like, oh my God, all these wide receivers getting traded and these guys getting signed in different places and this guy's getting tagged here and this guy's going to get a big deal there and all this stuff. Jalen Nailor was a sneaky under the radar signing that I think is going to work perfectly in the Klint Kubiak'S system. People like to say a lot of things about Jalen Nailor, right? He's just speed and this and that, whatever. We're going to see what this speed is all about. Now, he did a little bit of media, right? He did the press conference and he did the show with Gutierrez and all that stuff. So after that, we're going to take a look at some plays like we like to do. But I want to preface with this. Jalen Nailor is much more than a speed slot receiver. Just have an open mind when it comes to Jalen Nailor. He doesn't have eye-popping stats. He had his best year of his career in his contract year this last season. He's going to eclipse that. He's going to be on the field a lot because this guy can block, okay? I'm telling you that right now. We're going to look at a lot of plays of his where he blocks, where he gets separation, yards after catch, all things that you can thrive if you do this in a Klint Kubiak system. The Rashid Shaheed role, people are like, oh, Tucker's going to be that guy. I think Jalen Nailor might be that guy. All right, let's go ahead and start off with the press conference. He almost asked a couple of questions. We're going to get into that, talk about it. Then we're going to get over to the Paul Gutierrez interview. Then after that, we're going to have a little bit of good times, okay, looking at some of his tape. Okay, let's get started.
Q Myers, Raider Nation Radio 920. What does this opportunity mean for you, being able to come back to Vegas, being a Bishop Gorman guy?
It means the most to me, man, just to be able to come back to a familiar place. Got tons of connections here. I see my guy Mark in the back. Just people that I've known growing up, and it's just a blessing to be here.
Did you think about that possibility just going into this process, knowing that it was, maybe you could come home?
I mean, it didn't really hit me until a few weeks ago, just talking about it and with my agent, and just felt like this was the right fit for me and the best fit for me to show what I can do on the field.
Jaylen, thoughts on, potentially and probably playing with Fernando Mendoza at quarterback?
I mean, it'll be great to have him come in, show what he can do. He's shown in the college level. He just has to come here and do that consistently at a high level. And I think it'll be great for the team and our receiver room to have that kind of guy throwing us the ball, and that'll be very exciting for me.
What were some of the things you learned playing alongside Justin Jefferson in Minnesota?
A ton, man. Just his work ethic day in and day out. He's never too high or too low. He's literally the same person every single day. No matter what's going on in his life, he's always going to have a smile, joy, laughter throughout the whole building. And just what he does on the field, man, he's very confident, the way he runs his routes, things like that I've tried to implement into my game. Just going to try and do that even better, just to elevate my game.
Jaylen, on the back end of that, obviously being on a team with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison now with this new opportunity, do you feel like this is going to give you a better opportunity to really showcase the receiver that you truly believe that you are and can be?
Oh, for sure. Just having that ability to play multiple positions in the offense, move around, motions, things like that. I feel like with Coach Kubiak's offense, he does that very well with the guys, trying to get them the ball and move them around. I feel like that's going to play right into my skill set.
Like I told you guys, he is more suited to the Rashid Shaheed role than Trey Tucker. Jalen Nailor, you're going to see in his videos, he line him up everywhere, move him around. He's kind of like that running back out that plays wide receiver type of guy. When he gets the ball in his hands, even if he's down the field, he's tough to take down. These are the types of guys that, when you see his blocking style and how committed he is to it, you're going to see that this is going to be something that's going to be a big thing for him to be able to get on the field and stay on the field. If you want to play for Klint Kubiak as a receiver, you better be able to be committed to blocking. You better be as committed to blocking as you are as running your routes, because he's going to run the football. And if you don't commit to blocking, you're not going to be on the field.
Jaylen, you kind of have a unique perspective. When you were here in high school and growing up here, it wasn't really Las Vegas wasn't really the sports professional sports mecca it is now. What do you make of all this, and how excited are you to be a part of it?
just excited to see the city growing as much as it's grown since I've been here. And, I think it's taking the right direction, especially with this organization, with this coaching staff. I think we're setting the bar. We're going to set the bar high with how we want professional sports here in Las Vegas to be.
All right, a little bit from Jalen Nailor. Yeah, he's a Vegas boy, went to Bishop Gorman. He actually was born in Palmdale in California, not too far away from me. And he's a guy that he's nicknamed Speedy for a reason, okay? But I want to caution everyone to in thinking that he's just a speed receiver. We're going to see that he's much more than that, okay? Let's take a listen to what he had to say with Paulo Gutierrez because I really want to get to his film tape, okay? But let's get to Paulo Gutierrez first. Check this out.
Welcome back. Joined now by Jalen Nailor. Jalen, kind of I don't even know if to welcome you back. It's kind of a homecoming for you. It is a homecoming for you, Bishop Gorman.
Yes, sir. I'm just glad to be back, you know, in the city that I love and know pretty well. I still have so many connections here. It's just a blessing.
So you were in high school at Bishop Gorman when Allegiant Stadium was going up, when they put the first shovel in the ground anyway. Mm-hmm. Did you ever in your wildest dreams think, you know what, I'm going to play there one day, not just maybe as a visitor, but that's going to be my home at some point?
No, I did not. I did not think that at all until about last week, 2 weeks ago. Once like started talking, once my agent started talking, you know, and, just have the opportunity to come back here with a great coach.
All right, Jalen needs to chill with that. We need to start talking to people 2 weeks ago, okay? Wink, 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 wink. Like, just, I think he needs to understand the rules a little bit, all right? Just, let's just calm down with that.
Coaching staff that we got here now, and I'm just excited.
Well, that was going to be the next question, or the first question is, why the Raiders? Why did you choose to come here and be part of this?
Just the job that Coach Kubiak has done throughout his whole career, and the guys that he has on his staff. You know, it's a very renowned like coaching staff, and they have a lot of wisdom and experience to go behind them. So that played a major role, and I just love what Kubiak does with his offense.
So this is another like big win. Not only are you getting a really good coach, a coach that has a good name out there, but you're going to get these kind of under the radar free agents who probably could have gone somewhere else and gotten similar, maybe even a little bit more money. But guys that come here and that, you know what, I want to play in that system. I want to be in a place where this guy can be a winner, right? And look, I'm not going to sit around here and say that Jalen Nailor is a number one receiver because he's not. But he can be an integral part to an offense because the offense is paying attention to other people. There's only so many people that you can double team on defense, right? You can only double team so many guys, and you're going to have to single cover other guys. Jalen Nailor in single coverage is a nightmare. Okay, you're going to see when we look at this tape, but this guy is a freaking baller, man. This guy is a grinder. He's out there and he sticks his head in there, and he really knows what is needed all around, not just running routes, not just catching yards after catch, not just getting separation, not 50-50 balls, all this stuff. He can excel at all the stuff. On top of that, he's an excellent blocker, and he performs really well on the move, which is great. He played multiple positions with the Vikings. That's freaking awesome. He can do that same thing here. The more we can get him on the field, the better.
It's kind of a cool thing, too, because it's, you know, with his offense and with the offensive minds he's bringing in and the returners that are coming in, it's a fresh start.
Yeah.
And for you to come in as part of a fresh start, how do you fit, not only scheme-wise, but mentally as well?
I think I fit great here, you know. To be like a veteran type of guy in the receiver room, and just the type of player I am, the type of guy I am. I know that I can make an impact for this organization. I'm ready to make it happen.
So when we look at kind of your all 22 film and we see your skill set on display there, a lot of people say, well, is he a wide receiver one? Is he a slot guy? How would you describe your specific skill set as to what you're bringing?
A guy that could play inside and out, can run the whole route tree, you know, no matter what it is. So I feel like I bring a complete receiver role, and, especially in the run game as well. You know, I enjoy blocking. I take that with pride. You know, so just having an overall like receiver that can do everything. That's what I feel like I am.
You were in the same room with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison in Minnesota. So what type of things kind of rubbed off on you? What is that like being in a room with those guys where you're just kind of, you bring in your own skill set. You're known as speedy anyways.
Yeah.
But when you're in that room, what are the things that you're taking from them that you're then kind of putting your own shine on, your own polish, so that you can then put your own flair to it?
Just the way that these guys work, day in, day out. The route trees that they got, the sauce that they put in their routes, finishing after the catch, just everything. Those are two great guys, and I'm glad I was able to spend 4 years with Justin and 3 with Jordan. Wish nothing but the best for them. I'm definitely got a couple tricks from them that I've been trying to work on to implement into my game to advance myself.
So now you're joining a new room, and it's a fairly young room.
Yeah.
Trey Tucker has the most experience of the receivers. Jack Besh and Dante Thornton were both rookies last year. What do you know about the room that you're joining now in terms of their skill sets and what they've been able to flash and show?
Right. Like you said, it's a young group. I feel like Trey, he can do it all as well. Not the biggest guy, but he plays with the heart of a lion. From what I've seen on film, he's a great dude. He can run routes. He can make plays with the ball in his hands. And you got Jack. He's a bigger guy, more of a possession guy in my eyes. So just to have these type of guys that we have now, I feel like we'll be able to complement each other well, just play off each other's skill sets and just elevate the whole room.
And there's the potential, and I know nothing is official until it's official. We've learned that over this past weekend. But but the Raiders have been linked with the number 1 overall pick, have been linked to a certain Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Do you know much, if anything, about Fernando Mendoza, and what it would kind of be like to catch some passes from him?
Just seeing his college tape this past year, the stuff that he put on film, it's really impressive, and he won the Heisman for a reason. He's not focused on one guy. He likes to spread the ball around to his playmaker. So I really love that about him.
I mentioned earlier you were known as Speedy. That was your nickname in high school anyway, winning those 4 state titles in sprints for Bishop Gorman. And the Raiders have long had a history of the vertical game, of having fast guys out there. What do you know about the Raiders' history at the position?
It goes back to the beginning of football, when this organization first started. They have always had a guy that can stretch the field vertically, and I'm just glad to be the next guy up.
Yeah. And then how much more special, like you mentioned earlier, that sauce you can put in your game, how much more flavor do you get being able to come home to Las Vegas?
Oh, so much more flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely it definitely is a confidence booster, just the whole mental thing for me. I'm just excited to be able to play in front of fans that I've played in front of, going back to high school, and just having that support behind me, as well as my family, my wife and little girl, just having that support from them. It's amazing.
The return of Speedy to Sin City. Speedy in Sin City. What should fans know lastly? What do you want fans to know mostly about you?
When I'm on that field, I'm not giving up till I can't play no more. So just the competitiveness, the intensity, the joy, just everything about me. We'll be seeing for you guys here shortly.
Gotcha. Jaylen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, that was Jalen Nailor with Paulo Gutierrez. And look, I'm going to show you some plays now. All right, and I want you guys to really focus on what he said at the very end. He's not going to give up. His intensity, how he loves blocking. He takes pride in his blocking. These are all things, his awareness, his football IQ, just his physical traits and how he uses them. A lot of guys have physical traits, but it doesn't translate to the tape. We're going to see how well his traits translate to tape, all right? Let's go ahead and check this out. All right, that's our guy right there, Jalen Nailor, number 1 on your screen. He's in a block. He talked about how much he takes pride in his blocking. Well, this is it right here. Check out this block. Gets inside, bang! It may not seem like an impressive block, but this is not like a fullback or like an offensive guard pulling. He's basically pulling in the hole, and pretty nice little block. He pushes the guy out of the way. This is a wide receiver here blocking like this on a pretty decent guy named Kyle Hamilton. Don't know if you know him. Gets the blitzer, bang. It's a nice block. Alrighty, next play. Here we go at the line. There is Jalen Nailor, number 1. Another blocking here. Does a good job blocking. I really like what he's going to do. I really see how he can really thrive. Bang, gets that block there. Springs the guy. We'll look at a different angle here. You're going to see him flash from the outside, but look at the edge there. There he is in the corner right there, right? Watch the edge. He doesn't give up. The edge, he actually affects the edge. Most of the time, the edge is like Maxx will blow right through this block, but not with Jalen Nailor. Bang, affects him. Look at that. He sprung him, man. That was him. The edge was going to blow that play up, and Jalen Nailor really made that play happen. All right, next play again. Another blocking play. I love the way he blocks, man. I think Klint Kubiak was really licking his lips when he saw this guy block on tape, because this guy, he really gets in there. Gets in there, stretches them out. Again, is it a earth-shattering block? No, it isn't. It's not a jaw-jacking block or a pancake or anything. But look at the effort. Look at the effort he's putting in, getting in the way of that linebacker. Bang, gets in there, keeps going. Look at that. Look at the effort there, guys. We've seen on tape and games when, like, look, I appreciated what Jakobi Meyers did for us and how well he blocked and everything, but I showed you guys examples of how he may or may not have been kind of loafing it on his blocking when he wanted to be traded. You see the difference between that and what Jalen Nailor is showing you on tape here. That's what makes these plays so successful, when everyone is consistently giving it 100% effort with good technique and with supreme effort. That's what you saw in the Super Bowl, man. It's not a lot of superstars on that offense, but what happened? Everyone was there, handling their business, consistently giving their 100% effort on every single play. That's what's needed to be successful. All right, here's our guy right here. Let's take a look at his awareness and his explosion off the line. Watch him just explode off the line and really put pressure on that DB. Look at him. He's already there. Let's look at that from that angle again. So he's right there, right? We're moving forward. Watch how much faster he gets on top of the DBs and everybody else. All right, check the play and the snap. He's already passed. That linebacker has no shot. That linebacker has no shot at covering him. He sees the hole already. He's like, I'm going to sit right in there, look around, bang, right there. Good awareness. He was hot off the line. Nice work there. Okay, Jalen Nailor, there he is. He's not just a speed guy. He's a contested catch guy as well. Watch him bail out the quarterback McCarthy here. All right, he's rolling out. All right, help me out, help me out, help me out. I'm going to throw it up. Oof. Making himself available, showing his athletic ability. We're going to see from the back angle here. McCarthy he did a good job of scrambling away and avoiding the sack. And he's like, I need to just throw this up there and Jesus take the wheel after that. Look at that. Nice work. He's a tough kid, man. He went up, got the tough catch, made himself available. Was his awareness. He knew that it was a scramble drill. He needed to keep himself available and make himself a good target, and converted it down into the red zone. All right, we're going to see one of Jalen Nailor's signature plays of the year here. Look at his yard after catch, his big play ability here. He makes a lot of guys miss. Yards after catch. He blows past the DB. He breaks some tackles along the way. Look at that. Nice play, nice little pick play there. Just blows right by him. Nope, you're not going to get me. You're not going to get me. And finally got dragged down at like the 3-yard line. That's a great play there by Jalen Nailor. It was a play that could have gone for like 15, 18-ish yards, and he just broke a couple tackles and took it all the way down to the 3-yard line. Nope. The toughness, the play strength, that's good stuff right there. All right, there's Jalen Nailor at the top. Look at his route running ability, his awareness, and his ability to make the big play. This is a great throw by McCarthy, but an even better catch right by the DB's ear. Great route. Great body control to stay in bounds. He actually caught that and dragged his feet. That was an amazing play by Jalen Nailor. This guy shows the ability to make big plays. He just needs to be more consistent at it. Maybe he just needs to get more opportunities because, man, this is a better play you're not going to find. Look at that. Ooh. Wow. I'm getting excited. All right, guys, there's some plays about Jalen Nailor. He's not only super fast, he's got good hands. He runs good routes. He knows how to separate late in routes. He's hard to bring down. You saw him, this playmaking ability. He loves to block. You saw that as well. He's a willing blocker, and he takes pride in his blocking. All things that you need to have if you want to be successful in the Klint Kubiak offense. All right, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about Jalen Nailor? What do you think about the signing? What do you think about his skill set? How will his traits translate into production in this Klint Kubiak offense? Let me know in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe to this channel. It's an excellent way to support. It's absolutely free to do. Also, guys, again, if you guys have any hypes left over, go ahead and throw them on this video. I would really appreciate it, guys. If you're watching from a mobile device, either a phone or a tablet or something like that, I would greatly appreciate it if you give me a hype on this video. I'm trying to give you guys a video every single day, and all I ask in return that you tell your friends, to your haters, to your mamas, tell everybody. Raiders versus the world's the greatest thing going in Raider Nation today. All right, guys, that's my time. Till next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.